Hello everybody, very good day. Welcome to another video. I am your personal funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko and I will be your captain for today's flight. Today's flight is going to be somewhat special. As you can see, we are sitting in a new type of aircraft in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. This one is the Kodiak 100. It's a new add-on. It's a payware aircraft from the Synworks Studios. You can get this on a couple of websites. I got mine from the Just Flight website. I put the link in the description below. And really, I'm just going to test it out now. I've started it once and I took off, and then I was actually zoomed in on the GPS panel, and which caused me to crash. So I cannot really say that I've flown it yet. This was like a flight of about 2.5 minutes until I crashed. I know it's really stupid, but it's what happened. So yes, I just figured, well, let's just try it out live on the stream. And we'll be flying from the Katmandu airport to the Lukla airport in Nepal. It's obviously somewhat of a challenge to land there in either case, whichever aircraft you're using, probably. Well, let's just not start talking about the Boeing 747, obviously, but no, all kidding aside, so basically I was thinking, let's have a look. Now the other challenge is an interesting one, because really I've been having some trouble with the Microsoft Flight Simulator as of lately, when panning around the camera view too quickly or something, the sim just crashed to the desktop. Sometimes it hangs and it won't crash. Well, not to the desktop, still considered a crash. So I'm not really sure what's going on. I reinstalled the entire simulator, removed all the files first and then reinstalled and all that miserable crap. Even tried in save mode. I reverted back to the previous NVIDIA driver and then in save mode and looked around quickly, and it still did the same. For now it seems stable, but just not going to move the camera around really quickly. But you never know what's going to happen. You know, if at some stage I just need to do it, probably won't even think about it and it will crash. So not really sure if it's actually going to be a complete flight, but nonetheless I felt like trying, because it's cool to have a test flight like this, and maybe actually touch down successfully at the Lukla airport. That would be kind of cool. I would think so. So that having said, I think that's about it. So let's jump in. We can have a look at the outside actually. This aircraft comes with I believe it's about 70 liveries. I believe you have 4 types that you can load up, and then I think combined they have like 70 liveries or something. It's quite a lot, and they have some different interiors. Like in this case, the interior it is empty. I think you can also make it look full with cargo. I must admit I haven't really looked into all of that yet. My first interest for myself is just to dive into the aircraft and see how it all works, where everything's sitting and all that. But just so you know, it is somewhat configurable, and yeah, let's just have a look. So this one that we chose now is apparently for the cargo, but it's completely empty. So yeah, the flight that we're going to do is going to be a direct flight, like direct GPS. It's probably not very professional, but you know, it will get the job done. It's a GPS, so you know, I guess it could work in real life to some extent, definitely. So yeah, so here we go. Let's try and start up the aircraft. I am going to remove the yoke for just a little bit here. So turn on the oh man, sounds loud. I saw one button was interesting. There's a warning here: when illuminated, both fuel selectors levels are off. So that's quite nice. Okay, so we turn on the avionics, the auxiliary bus. Not really sure, to be fair, what it does. How did we start it up? I believe the auxiliary fuel tank was on standby. I'll wait with the ignition. Generator alternator. And we needed obviously the fuel tank selectors. So both of them are now on. And the red light there is now off as well. Obviously the feather goes to full. And where are they hiding? The mixture is there as well. Let's put in a little bit of a throttle. And I believe we can just simply press the ignition button, or was it the start? I think it's the ignition. Nothing is happening whatsoever. It's the starter, and let's also turn on the ignition. Not really sure if what I'm doing here. Oil pressure low, that's now gone. Engine inlet is normal. I think that was fine. You can turn on the pitot and let's just turn on all the lights. By the sounds of it, the aircraft is not really, the engine is not really started yet. This is the first time that I was doing this as well. And as I said, you know, I just dive into these things sometimes and just take it from there. Obviously, we need the oxygen supply. Oh, of course, this one. There you go. The fuel cutoff was still engaged. Let's get the yoke back, and there you go. The engine's spooling up, so that's good. Let's have a look outside. Yes, I am a little bit scared of moving around the camera too much. It's always something with the Microsoft Flight Simulator, man. The other day I called it Microsoft Flight Simulator. You know what I mean. Okay. Starter is on. That can go to the off. Engine inlet, not really sure how to use this. Previously this was on the bypass, but it will just say that it's on bypass, I believe. Engine inlet norm. Oh wait, that should actually go down another one. No, it's only a 2 setting. Yeah, so not really sure why it's telling us engine inlet norm. Anyway, we'll get it flying nonetheless. Let's extend the flaps 1 nudge. Do you like the sound? So let's have a quick what is this? What's going to happen? Oh, is this like a little light? Are you kidding me? Is it like a little light that you can... Looks like it. Look at that, that is cool, man. I haven't seen that before. Okay. Obviously now it's not going to be very effective, but nonetheless it's a cool feature. You can point it to wherever you need it. It's nice. So here's the oxygen supply for the cabin. Okay, so the setup of the... Let's see if we can turn down the engine a little bit. Oh, no, not the reverse, please. Don't lose the power. Yeah, so let's also see if we can put in the flight plan. And we also need to set up the autopilot. So first of all, we will go to the GPS. You just click on the direct and we dial the button. Vector November. Kilo Tango. There we go, Tribhuvan International Airport, Katmandu. And oh, that's not our destination, we're doing a direct, so not being too bright here. This should be Lima and Kilo Lukla. Where was it? Lukla, there you go. And we just press the enter and we activate. And now we have a routing. Which one was the zoom button on this one? I hardly ever use this, not very often. Is that a good excuse for me not knowing what I'm doing? Okay, so we got flight plan to Lukla, so that is one thing to start with, so that's always good. Now, secondly, I would like to set the autopilot. So we set the altitude. Let's go 18,000 feet. There it is, 180. We do not press altitude, we press the vertical speed. If you press altitude, this will just reduce back to the altitude that you're currently at, and it's obviously not what we want. Vertical speed, let's start with, I don't know, 900 feet per minute. Vertical speed's engaged, check. Navigation, we can turn it on, but not yet. First we have to tell here in the primary flight display, let's see, let's go back. How do you do this again? How do you tell the, where's the OBS? Oh, that's the, no, CDI, yes, CDI is going to the course deviation indicator, I believe it's called. It's set to GPS, so that's going to point us to the GPS, and it also means it will, the autopilot, when in navigation mode, it will follow the GPS instead of, for instance, a VOR that you entered in the menu, you know, VR2, but we're doing GPS. Do we have to re-engage nav? Yes, we do. Heading, we do no, not need now. Flight director, we can turn them on. Yaw damper as well. Autopilot, just not yet. So let me just quickly recap. We do not have speed control, so we have vertical speed set for 18,000 feet, and it will, I believe it will level off there and probably switch to altitude by itself, but we'll have to monitor that. And we have the navigation armed as well, and it's set to GPS. So yeah, after takeoff we can just climb and engage the autopilot, and it will start climbing for us, and it will turn to the destination. I think that should be all. So hopefully we do not crash the simulator. As I said before, there is a very good chance that it's going to happen anyway. So let's just hope it does not. And the runway, it is right there. We're taking 20. So let's take a right turn here. So we disengage the parking brake and we're off. With regards to the lighting, I haven't really looked at it very much. Probably we already have the landing lights on. Not really sure, to be fair. Maybe we only have the taxi lights. We just hop on. No, this is not the runway yet. Just keep on going. So here we are. I believe one thing that also did actually was put the texture, like the graphical level, to all the way to the low end. Usually I can run it at high end. Yeah, but this is all part of the troubleshooting. Apparently it didn't make any difference. So the matter is still under investigation. Unfortunately, I would have preferred to have sold it, so I can just, you know, enjoy the simulator, you know what I mean. Okay, so I think we're good to go. One thing I'm wondering, why is the line running? I did something with the OBS there. There you go. So what do you change when you accept this line, and this will change now to what? Omni bearing selector, something, whatever. But it's this seems to be right. We're going to the east from here, so that's good. We check that. So one final check. Vertical speed is set. Altimeter. The altitude is set as well. Navigation is armed as well, and it's on GPS. Yaw damper has been armed. Autopilot is not on yet. So we should, I think we should be good to go. So let's get this party rocking. So full power, and keep it on the center line. Aircraft really wants to turn left if I do not use the rudder. It looks like it could indicate that there's quite a lot of wind. It's already taking off by itself now. There is no gear to put up. So for now we just keep on climbing a little bit, so we get a little more altitude in, and then I will disengage the, let me try and keep it straight. So it really wants to blow us to the left. So I think we can see here with regards to the wind, not without crashing the plane, I believe. So the flaps can go up. And let's see if we can now simply engage the autopilot and just check what happens. It looks like we're climbing 950 feet per minute, 900 feet per minute. There you go. We're climbing to 18,000 feet. We're turning. We're to the right of the track that we're supposed to be flying, or the heading actually in this case. So that means that we are flying towards it. So the autopilot is now making sure that we catch up with the, as you can see, make sure we catch up with the flight plan there. So I think that looks good. Let's have a look outside and try not to crash the simulator. So I'm not sure if this aircraft itself also in real life flies to Lukla. I know that these types of aircraft definitely do. So this aircraft would be no exception whatsoever. This could easily land there, and it is exactly the type of aircraft that fly there. Just not really sure for a fact if this one actually visits Lukla as well. But I thought it was interesting to get it nonetheless. Obviously, it just looks to be a really nice airplane. I believe the flight time should be around, I don't know, 30 minutes maybe. Probably we should be able to see as well. Distance 68.2 nautical miles. We should have an estimated time en route, 25 minutes. There you go. Okay, so the engine's fairly high now, running a little bit high. So let's see if we can keep on climbing, even if we reduce his thrust a little bit. There we go. 101. Well, I guess it looks fine. Oh, look, the armrest can go up and down. Always like it. I want mine down, actually. I like resting my arm. Now I heard that the circuit breakers apparently should all work as well. Something we are not going to test right now. You do not want to, you know, turn off some system that you really need, you know. So let's get a refreshing drink here. We're still climbing, that's always good news. Our speed is 136 knots and holding. We're still climbing at 900 feet per minute. And the aircraft's autopilot is now sort of finalizing its alignment with the flight plan. I hope the sound is okay. I'll quickly check. I'll be back within 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that, but obviously I had to check if the sound was still working. So what we're looking at, we're almost at 10,000 feet. Still, speed's dropping a little bit, ever so slightly. But there's no concern right now, but definitely something to keep an eye on. And here's a beautiful area, albeit in the lowest texture renderable now by the Microsoft Flight Simulator, but positive at some stage in the future we'll probably be able to crank it back up. But I tell you, man, this Microsoft Flight Simulator, it sometimes seems so completely unstable, and obviously, you know, there's probably a lot of pilot erroring involved as well, you know, like human error, actually, I should say. You know, using mods from the flightsim.to, not to discredit them in any way. I mean, you know, these are guys dedicated and working, you know, probably want some are better than others, but that's not my point, you know. It's but the thing is, you know, it's no longer vanilla. But I tried it in vanilla and it also didn't work. So that's, you know, that's why I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? So I just completely uninstalled it. Not really sure if I not sure if I completely uninstalled it, because I did not Google, which is a stupid thing that you need to do actually, but basically you need to Google how to completely uninstall this game. Which folders are still left behind in the Windows, you know. One would assume if you click uninstall, it will, you know, simply function uninstall, you know what I mean. But apparently this program does not work like that, so you'll have to manually go visit places that you never go to in your Explorer and remove some folders there and all that stuff, you know. So I deleted the one that I found which had the most information, you know, like basically all the data. So yeah, there's probably a way to do it to be a little more thorough. So yes, if I really need to extensively troubleshoot this issue some more, then I will probably have to do that as well, just to be sure that it's absolutely, completely vanilla again. And then try again, and you know. But you know how it works, like you have Steam Update 7, and then, yeah, we improved some things, so we broke some others, you know. It's like we filled one hole with another. I mean, who does that? Well, Microsoft does that, and Osobo. Oh, you cannot smoke inside the aircraft. Fortunately, we are going to disregard this, so feel free to light up. Not sure, yeah, it looks like this door can also open. I'm not going to do it now. We might simply crash. And I heard that, haven't checked it yet. I'm a little bit scared too, but look, if you turn it a little bit, the extension cord there, the curly cord that's wrapped around there, it's also animating, which obviously is a really cool detail. And there's a lot of little texts that are all readable. Hopefully I will not crash the aircraft doing this. But I heard there's like a serial number somewhere and all that, like really small details, and you can read it. The texturing is done really well. So definitely, if you're if you're interested, go and check out the aircraft, because so far I'm liking it. It's simple, but it works, and or simple. Yeah, it's basically like these planes are, basically, you know. That's what I mean with it's simple. Not to say that it is in any way done bad or anything. Quite the opposite. It's done really nicely. Most of the things actually just work. There was one button I found did not work. It is this one. The sun is shining on it, so I cannot really see what it's supposed to be saying. But this one, I couldn't get it to work. This one I can. But I do not even know what it exactly is. The engine inlet something. So let's have a look. Landing lights, they had to be on, and they weren't, but they were on pulse, so that's what I saw. Okay, so but they are now off since we are above 10,000 feet. Cabin, we can actually even turn on. Let's just put it on off. We've got beacon, strobe, nav, taxi can go off now as well. Yeah, I think that is about it. Do we have any messages here? It only says engine inlet norm. You have alerts. There's nothing there. So we're still climbing. We are now almost at 14,800 feet. We're climbing to 18,000 feet. Distance 45 nautical miles. Time en route will be 17 minutes. So let's zoom this sucker out. Which was it? This one? Oh, range. Because at some stage we'll have to fly manually, take over, and yeah, locate the airport and set the aircraft down. And I do really hope we are going to make it. And I'm not talking about the landing at Lukla. At this moment, I feel the Microsoft Flight Simulator not crashing to the desktop is actually a bigger challenge. But we'll see when we get there, if we get there. Is this touch? Oh, look, this is cool. Doesn't do anything for us, but it's cool. Look at it. You can open and close. You can change the direction at which it is pointing. It's almost like a little animal looking around. Like, yes? Hello? Who's there? Anyone here? Anyone there? Maybe down there? No? Up? No? Down? You know, or it's just, I don't know. Okay, let's not go completely crazy here. Okay, so what's our situation? We're 16,000 feet, so we're almost about to level out. Speed is dropping, we're at 116-ish. Let's see, can we maybe... I do not want to mess with it too much. No, let's not do this. No, so just let's keep on going full throttle for now. Probably not the most piloty thing to do, but I will learn sometime later probably, I hope. So we're halfway now, 15 minutes to go, which effectively is like 7.5 minutes I believe, and then we'll sort of have to, or maybe a little bit longer. We'll probably, this is based on us just flying straight to that point, right? So yeah, so in about 7 to 10 minutes we should be getting ready for the manual approach. So there is also a version of this aircraft with I believe it's called Tundra, and it has these like all-terrain, these thick wheels, tires, so you can land in the bush. We do not need them for this flight. There's also a version with a cargo hold underneath it, so it will look a little more bulky. For today's flight I felt like doing the sleeker version. I did not really check, but I wanted to have some cargo in here, but I did not go out of my way to find. I picked one and I thought it would have cargo, but it apparently does not. So it's something to look into how that's going to work out. Okay, so we are almost 18,000 feet, so let's see what's going to happen with the... Okay, so the autopilot now changed to alt setting, which means it's now going to hold the altitude at 18,000 feet. So what's the speed doing? It's picking up, and the speed here is a little too high, so we can now reduce this thrust yet again, just a little more, so we do not overstress the aircraft. And at some stage obviously we will need to slow down anyway. I have visited this place once, maybe twice on the channel. I did it off channel obviously also a couple of times, not very often. My brother Anatoly, he has more experience in this area. He knows it a lot better than I do. Wondering if from this distance he could already maybe see where he should be going, yes or no. Like, are you going to go past this point there, the high peak there, or no? Or is it going to be before it? You know, I really have no clue. But I know that once we're there, I will definitely see. Also, obviously, with use of the GPS here, which is very helpful. So the aircraft is still navigating for us. That's good. Speed 127. We're holding at 18,000 feet. So for me, it's time now for a pre-descent rolling cigarette. So that's what I'm doing while we are in this part of the cruise. While simultaneously eyeballing the systems, just so that we know that everything is under control, you know what I mean. So it's about 29 nautical miles, about 10 minutes, so yeah, I do not think we're going to go past this range there. It's probably going to be in front, or maybe, let's look, if this is actually connected to this ridge, then we're probably going to go over this ridge here. It's not between this and this, I believe it's
behind that one. But we'll see it when we get a little bit closer. And Lukla is always an interesting airport to land. I believe there's not too many pilots in the world that are allowed to land, or that are even, you know, like equipped, or what's the word, certified to land. Yeah, and if you do not know the airport that we're flying to, look it up. It is an interesting runway. It has a slope. I believe, off the top of my head, it's like 17 degrees upslope, uphill. It's like really seriously steep going up. So there is always a matter of visual illusion, you know, like optical illusion involved whenever you are on the final approach. So it will always look like you're far away, or like you're way too high, especially actually way too high. And I believe you should not go below 9,000 feet, or maybe 9,800. I have not yet reinstalled the Navigraph charts yet, so we have no charts that we can use to look up airport elevation and touchdown zone elevation and all that. So yeah, we'll just have to work it out as we get there. But I'm liking this aircraft, definitely. It's nice, you have the wings on the top, so when you look down, you know, there's a lot you can see. Like sometimes I'm flying on the channel, I'm flying the PA-44 Seminole, and it has like the engines like this big here, blocking your entire view. It is how certain aircraft are built. But you know, for a flight where you want to see something sometimes out of your window, the top wings are definitely interesting. Okay, so now I think, because we are obviously going to we're flying a straight line to our destination, so let's point for that direction there. So that would mean that if we go to the heading mode, let's see if we can click it to center. Yeah, so let's maybe we try 130, something around there, and we switch over to heading. The aircraft is now going to turn to 130, because we do not want to fly overhead here. We want to fly here and then do the left turn ourselves. There is definitely one valley that we are going to cross. Let's have a look outside. So I would believe that is then this valley here, so we cross this mountain range, and then yeah, we should be getting ready for the landing. So speed is steady. I will decrease the speed a little bit, and I will just go along with the ride. So there's a valley, so we are now basically going here. Maybe we can, you know, intervene and go straight 090 and then go up, but we'll have to see it when we get closer. I still want to touch down in one of these places. That would be really cool. So I believe we're on real world time, but not real world weather, I believe it, if I'm saying this correctly. Yes, oh, is it not real time? Let me check what that's going to do. No, it doesn't make too much of a difference. Okay, so now at least the video description is no longer lying. but I did choose clear skies. I had no idea what to expect, and I was like, you know, just want to do a test flight and not land through the clouds or something. So the range is from our position 40 nautical miles. So let's keep on going for a little bit longer. So we have to cross some high elevation here, marked in the darker shades on the GPS here. Basically what you do if you fly this approach from the south, you try and stay as left as possible, almost like hugging the hills there, the mountain, the side of the mountains, just so you have as much as distance as you can before you light up. But you'll have to monitor your altitude as well. I'm really scared to be using the camera, man. Might not look like it, but it is true. Okay, I believe if we fly 090 now, would be fine. Oh, I accidentally, what is it? Oh, it's the range there, sure. 090, that's in, let's see. Well, we are still in heading mode. Let's go left a little bit more. 090, it looks like it would be pointing right at our destination. That wouldn't make sense. Although we are, I understand. If we were, yeah, okay, I understand. If we were actually on the track, we would be flying sort of around straight to the east. But we are not on the track, we are right of it, so we are now flying. This is what I want, that's good. Okay, so what we're looking at. Might be there-ish. Let's descend and slow down. Let's first slow down. Not too much. And I want to zoom in a little bit. Please do not crash the Microsoft Flight Sim. Do not crash the desktop. Do not freeze. Please just keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is run a really cool simulator. So I think I'm going to cheat and look outside. Do we need to go over that ridge, or do we need to go before this ridge? Looks like before the ridge, so we go left now. There's a river, so we're just going to do it. Speed is dropping, so that's good. And let's also descend. Vertical speed. Are we going down? Yes. So let's go down 800 feet per minute. And let's actually turn off the autopilot now. So the autopilot's been disengaged. We might be a little on the high side now. But we are oh, what is this? Oh, I didn't know it made sound. That's interesting. Okay, never mind. Nothing going on. Speed is increasing a lot. So just go to reduce thrust significantly to buy us some more time and trim down. Oh, these sounds are sweet, man. Oh, it's starting to overspeed. That's not right. Oh no, that is such a shame. Oh, that is such a shame. Yeah, it's a pilot error. I messed up, and now we're dead. We overstressed the aircraft, so it is not very forgiving. So we are crashed and we're all dead. We crashed and we are all dead. But fortunately, it's only a game. Oh, that sucks, man. But I'll do it again. No, I'm not going to do it again now. Let's just end the stream here. So, oh, that sucks. I was really looking forward to landing there. You know what? I'm going to restart it. Just because I can. So really sorry about that. I will have to descend earlier. So we're just going to go through the initial setup a lot quicker now. Hopefully the camera changes are not going to be too quick for the aircraft, for the simulator. Generator alternator on, the starter not yet. Let us acknowledge the warning there. Turn on the Garmin. Excuse me.
System test. Okay.
Okay, thank you. How do you get this beeping off? Now, in the midst of the beeping, I had to mute the mic because I was choking, coughing here. Okay, so let's see, we got this. Turn on the lights. Landing lights, sure. Cabin, sure. Python heat, left, right on. That's not the one I need. Isn't there supposed to be a button to acknowledge certain warnings? Because I've had these things in Microsoft Flight Simulator where some things just keep on beeping all of a sudden. I might just remove it from my hard drive altogether. Delete it from my Steam account and everything. Let's bring some oxygen inside as well. And one thing, what was it again? Fuel pumps. What do you say? Shall we turn them on as well? And this one I always forget. There you go. Okay, so that's setting up. So let's quickly do the altitude again. 18,000 feet. Oh, we crashed, man. 18,000 feet, slid in, vertical speed, and we go 900 feet per minute. Navigation is armed. Press the wrong button, CDI, it is to GPS. And now we quickly have to tell the GPS where we need it to go, which will be vector November. Is that an N for November? Lima Kilo. Lima Kilo, press the enter, activate. We have our flight plan. Let's decrease the range. There you go. Okay, so we're going for a second try. Let's engage the flaps for the takeoff. So the sound I heard earlier was trimming. That is really nice. Let's actually trim it a little bit for the takeoff. So we got all the lightings going on. I'm just going to rush through this. Windshield, let's just put all the anti-icing on. No clue how hot or cold it is around here at the moment. Some panel lighting and instrument lighting is always welcome. So I think that should be it. We probably are allowed to turn off the starter. So let's get this thing going, man. And hopefully we do it right this time. And obviously the right attitude would be let's just do it right and not hope for it, right? I mean, but you live and you learn, or in this particular case you crash and you learn, which is a luxury in real life pilots actually do not have, obviously, as everybody knows. So let's go ahead and do a rolling takeoff, as if we are in a serious hurry. Oh no, oh man. Okay, that was a little bit that was a little bit reckless of me. No, stop bleeping at me, man. When did I ever bleep at you? Tell me. Obviously, something the aircraft is not happy with. But we'll look into it later, unless we crash. Let's turn on the autopilot. Auxiliary pump is on. It's on the standby. Well, okay, that happened. See if we can get this again. Is it going to bleep at us at full throttle again? Yes, it is. And do we know why precisely? Obviously, always know a little bit, but do we actually know why precisely? I'm not sure if I do. But as soon as the NG level goes too high, then the aircraft feels like it should be beeping at us. So the aircraft probably knows better than we do. But we are at least we're intercepting the course now. So let's just do this again. And this time we need to start the descent a little earlier, or not as not as aggressively as I did on our previous attempt. Because obviously we're picking up speed. It's like 150 all of a sudden, you know, and which is way too high. So let's quickly check. 7,000 feet, we're climbing at 900 feet per minute to 18,000 feet. Speed, I would like speed to be a little higher. Maybe we could reduce the angle of the attack. Let's say 500 feet per minute, 550 it says. Okay, 500 now, okay. And there you see our speed is now increasing, so that's probably a lot better to do. So again, it is about 28 minutes. So I'm going to see if maybe I can play a little bit of the piano while we are climbing. Radio altitude is 2,300. If you look outside, you will see that we are very close, see, to a mountain there. So it's really nice that this feature is in. So we're not at 7,800. We're at 7,800 above sea level, but not above the ground. You know, that's what the radar altitude is for. Not sure which one it is, but it's probably visible. There should be some radar. Maybe it's pointing out of these holes, but I'm completely not sure. Maybe it's that one there. But I do not know, I cannot tell you. I would assume that it is somewhere on the bottom. Some optical, like laser-based something, probably, or infrared, not sure. Signal pointing down. So let's enjoy the view for a little bit. And see if the pilot headset can pick up some piano. Probably not, but who knows? Let's try. Well, looks like we are still flying. I'm not really sure where we are. Well, I know that we are between Katmandu and Lukla, but let's have a look. Simulator still running. Always good news. We're still climbing actually. We're not climbing too slow, are we? With our 500 feet per minute. Let's see. That should be fine. Maybe we could. I'm not really sure. Let's see. Can we go maybe instead of 18,000, go to maybe 16,000? I think that would hurt. Let's see what this is going to do for us. So I hope the piano was audible, and if it was, I hope it was enjoyable. It was for me. So that's always important, obviously, but it's like a good joke. It's only fun when both parties are laughing, you know. So everything looks good. Looks like we're still on the course, so that's positive. Speed is a little on the slow side. Well, the aircraft's been winding at us a little bit when we went max prop, or max power really. Speed is somewhat increasing. I think we can fool it again. Go full prop. Have it not bleeping at us? No, it is bleeping. It is unforgiving. It's immediately bleeping. It's saying, no Arkady, do not do this. Help Arkady, no, don't do it, no. Okay. Is there anything with regards maybe to the settings here? Let's see. Engine inlet normal. If you put it on bypass, I have really no clue what I'm doing. Just inventing the wheel. No. Inventing the wheel for myself, I wanted to say. Pitot heat should all be on. Surface prop. What? This is the ice protection. Well, let's. Really? Okay, let's not do that. So we got some ice lighting, some ice anti-icing going on there. No, I'm not really sure. Auxiliary fuel pump. I guess you could. Let's turn it off. See if we kill the engine. No, we do not. And what's it doing if we request full power now? No, it's not having it. Okay, that's good to know. We can still leave it off, but I think for landing you will actually need it on in case you need to re-fire the engines. Ignition, can we put the ignition off? That does not kill the engines? No. And what if we go full power now? Nope, still not thrusting it. Fair enough. If the starter goes to low, the starter can go to off, high or low motor. So what is that about? High, low, slash motor, or off. It's now on the off. Not, can we put it on motor? Let's see what's happening. Fortunately, we still do not have to restart the engines in mid-flight in a dangerous area. Okay, full power. It might just be a general limitation of the aircraft, warning the pilot just to not do that. But yeah. Normally I wouldn't be completely in a utter and full hurry, obviously, but I felt a little bit, well, guilty is a strong word, but I felt bad that the previous approach resulted in the overstressing of the aircraft. So I felt like I want to make up some time, you know, I want to go a little bit quicker. But, you know, here we are. And it's good to, you know, it's interesting to learn a thing or two. Well, at least from just flipping random buttons and see if we break it or not. So yeah, it's the Kodiak. I'm liking it, definitely am. And hopefully we can set it down in one piece. Hopefully this will not crash the aircraft, or the simulator I should say. What does it say here? To close door, stow the exterior door handle. That is this one, I would think, or this one. Pull lower door shut. Oh, to close the door. Oh, there you go. Okay, got it. Well, never mind. I want to open it now. So yeah, here we are, walking around in our own aircraft while it is flying on autopilot. What does this say? Emergency seat back release. Pull handle, push seat back forward. Well, that happened. Put the armrest back down. Okay, so now we are again flying straight towards our destination. So at some stage we will need to go to the right a little bit. I believe it was over this range there. So let us switch to the heading mode and go to 130 and engage heading, and there we go. So we go to cross this one, and I believe that range, those peaks there as well. And once we are over those, yeah, we could descend. And if the radar altitude at some stage would like to kick in, would appreciate, because it's nice to know how high we are. Can definitely, yeah, I'm not really sure, but let's just not get ahead of ourselves too much and not overcomplicate things. This is a perfect moment for another pre-descent and pre-approach rolling cigarette. So we are manufacturing this now. Let's have a little look outside for a bit. Hopefully we do not crash this in. No, Arkady, you're making too many changes. We do not like you to make too many changes, not with this hardware, or not with this software configuration. You can tell it runs deep. Uh-oh. Oh, that was scary. Did you see that? Oh, the screen just paused there for a second. And it was not the stream itself, it was actually the screen here locally that would just pause for a little bit. That would like really suck, you know, like we come all this way and then by not even doing anything, you know, the simulator just hang up. So the current configuration with regards to, well, let's say the community folder, it's completely empty besides this aircraft having been installed there. Usually payware aircraft should not be the problem. And as I said earlier, even in the safe mode, I was able to reproduce the problem that I had, the same symptoms. But yeah, there's so many options. Sometimes it, can get a little bit difficult to pinpoint. Like where to check. Okay. I think it's probably time to get into character here. We're going to cross this mountain range, or that one actually. Do we have radar altitude? No. Can we descend a little bit more, or shall we let's just reduce the power for now? I believe the approach speed was about 85 or something for the final approach. See if we can decrease it a little more. And if we now say we want to go to 15,000 feet, and we then engage the vertical speed, and we go 300 feet per minute, which is very decent. If you look outside, again, which is sort of cheating, but I'll do it anyway. Let's zoom in on the chart. So let's fly heading 090. I believe it will be there somewhere against one of those I wanted to say hills, but that is probably nature's not going to like it if I do that. So perhaps we could descend even a little more, depending on our current altitude. Maybe. I do not like the advisory thingy to keep on blinking. Can I press and hold it, perhaps? Let's not break it. Start our own engine inlet. I will turn on the fuel pump just in case we need it when we're going to land. You know what? Screw it. I do not like the sound. Okay, so we're going to descend now. Let's say 12,000 feet. Maybe 400 feet per minute. And what is our current speed? 117, so reduce speed a little bit more. And maybe at some stage we can extend the flaps as well. I think I might feel better taking full control at this stage. So the autopilot goes off. Can we extend flap 1? compensate a little bit with trimming down and try to hug that mountain range there to the left. Speed is still dropping and our altitude is dropping, so that is a good start. Let's quickly use this moment to zoom in a little bit more on the map here. So this is looking a little better, but speed's picking up quite significantly, so reduce speed a lot now. And maybe just buy ourselves a little more time. Let's reduce speed even more. Speed still picking up. It is now dropping. Reducing even more. Can we go idle? We are at idle, okay. So we're at 12,000 feet. Okay, so let's try and stay around 10,000 feet. And you'll see the speed will start to drop then. So at some stage we will need to compensate again by putting in some power. We'll extend flaps number 2. You can actually hear the sound effects of the wind on the flaps. Oh, this is scary, man. No visual, should be there somewhere. 10,000 feet almost, so let's keep it level now. So speed is low, so we put in some power. Put in some more. We're cruising at 10,000 still, so that's good. Let's have a look. Oh, let's not drift too far. I'm going flap full. I think I see the runway there. Right there, behind that ball compass. So this would be quite a good approach, I would hope. Let's try and stay around 10,000, maybe go 9,000 something. Speed's a little high, reducing power. Hopefully the sim do not crash. Just line it up. Speed's dropping a little bit, which is good. Now it's picking up, so reducing power. This is what I mean, it looks like we are really high, but believe you should not go below 9,000, but I'm not really sure. So it's going to be an interesting landing. Reducing power, try to maintain 85 knots. Trimming to get like a sort of a stable approach, or not too much. This would seem okay. We're at 85 knots. This is it. There you go, there's the mountain. 500 feet. Okay, I'm going idle now. Oh, we're drifting a little too long. Okay, but we are down and we do not crash. Braking, flaps can go up. We have enough power to make it to the top here. And welcome to Lukla Airport, everybody. In the new Kodiak 100. And here we are at Lukla Airport. We just made it, man. We totally did. So let's pull over right here. Parking brake is set. So disengage the engine. Usually this airport you do not stay here for a long time because there's really no place to go. There's like 4 parking spots. Why does this not go down further? It must be me, obviously. But yeah, we're down. Let's see, how do we turn off the engine? Fuel pump off. Oh, maybe this will definitely kill the engines. Or so I would think. There you go. And this one can also go, and I believe actually there was also a air conditioner somewhere. Anyway, so we are, man. We landed. Start around, beta, engine inlet, norm. So how to completely turn off this? Is it already turned off? It's just spinning slowly? No. I do not believe it's fully turned off yet. Also judging by the sound, the klaxon. One really abrupt, crude way of doing it is probably shutting the fuel valves there. Oh, the poor aircraft. Auxiliary bus. Mission on, and this one is at off. So how to turn off the engine, people? Fire fuel shuttle pull for off. So I think it's the first time that I landed this aircraft, actually. What's it saying? Alternator. Yeah, but how do you turn off the help? Help me. Avionics go off. Okay, the master go off. There you go. Whatever. But it's not the nicest way to end to shut down the aircraft. It's just pull the plug, you know. Look, I will show you what I meant with the curly cord there. You know, those are nice details for sure. That's nice. We did not crash the sim by doing this. Yeah, so let's have a look at the doors. You unlatch it and then basically just click on the door. I do not believe with some other aircraft you can actually translate out of the cockpit, which is pretty cool. But unfortunately, this one you cannot. Leave this door probably also open. Can maybe get out here? Obviously not. And let's also open the side door on the left side of the aircraft. I'm randomly pressing buttons here. See, door opening instruction: pull handle, rotate handle up, push doors to open. So, what is this? Door opening instructions, pull handle. This one is really to close. I do not understand. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Oh, you have a lower and a. That is so cool, man. Oh wow, look at it. You have these little stairs falling down. Look. It's a gravity assist. Look. Kung. That is pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, unfortunately we cannot really disembark from the aircraft through these. But hey, it's definitely a cool airplane. I like it. Let's have a look outside. Hopefully still not crash a sim now. So here we are, people. We landed at Lukla airport in Nepal. And yeah, are we going to fly back now? I don't think we are. I think it's enough for now. That's really cool. Let's get the external showcase. First maybe reset it. So here we are, all the doors are open. This is Lukla. Yeah, we did it, man, and I feel good. I definitely do. It wasn't the greatest landing. I'll show you what I mean. Well, obviously you saw this, but what happened? Obviously, you know, my setup here. Well, I'm to blame. I'm the one flying, so I'm not blaming my setup. But I'll tell you what I did. So we were sort of on approach here, like sort of lined out, and I believe I took my eyes off the screen for a second to reach over to my keyboard, and you know, just like a fraction of a second, and you can have like this result, you know, or this. So basically that's what happened. So that's why the approach at the very last bit was all of a sudden not as stable as it was before, which resulted in me compensating and then drifting a little bit towards the right. And then I actually put in a little bit rudder well, when we were landing to sort of still end up in the center line area of the runway. But Microsoft Flight Simulator did not detect a crash, fortunately. So I'm good. Who am I to argue? You see, now I'm like completely 180 opposite. Like, who am I to argue with Microsoft Flight Simulator? Yeah, it's a sort of a double standard, right? We are our own judge. But I'm happy. We landed. We did not crash. If you would have been in the aircraft for real with a landing like this, you would have simply known that you were dying. And then later on you'd be surprised that you're still living to tell the story. But yeah, so you're out in the mountains. So thank you for checking, everybody. If you like the aircraft, go check it out. I put a link in the description for the Just Flight website. They are selling it. The developer is SimWorks Studios. I could not really easily find their own website. Actually, also I didn't make like a fully committed study out of it, but I know there are also some other websites where you can buy this. One was slightly cheaper, but I bought some things with the Just Flight website before. I've felt like spending some money there, like €2 more or something, and I don't know. But yeah, go check it out, and be sure to like and subscribe. You know, like this wise man once said, and all that miserable crap. And most importantly, enjoy. And hopefully see you next time. I'm looking forward to it. I wish your personal funky scene pilot, and always will be. My name is Arkady Gidzenko, and looking forward to see you next time. Bye bye.